Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up?
I'm Sam.
Isaac.
This is Drop Motorsports. Go, 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 go! Hey, what's up, guys? So this week I am changing the soft top on a 91 Mazda Miata. I'm gonna change it because my Miata has all the plastic is just brittle. It just cracks when you move it, and it's all tore up. So I got this used one on the frame for 200 bucks. So I'm gonna be unbolting the old frame and then just bolting in the new one. First thing I did was get the seats out of the way. And then once I got the seats, I just unbolted this one and I slid this one forward, see if I can get away with it. So you unbolt the seat belt. It's underneath this little cover right here. Just pull that off, unbolt this. Then there's a few bolts on the inside here. This little bracket goes right here, just pull that off. So there's a bolt here, two there, one right here, and then there's this little clip right here I'm going to take out in a minute. And then once I have that out, this seal right here should just pull right off of here, yep. So I'll just pull that back so I can get that panel out. And then once I get that panel out, I can get to the bolts for the frame. So right now I'm just going to get the panels out for both sides. So those clips are the type where you just pop the center up and then you can pull them out. So that should be the last thing holding this on. Yep, feels pretty loose here, so just have to pretty much pry it up and out of there. And I'm not going to take the seatbelt out of it because that's off to the side enough. So now I'm just going to pull off the other side. Alright, so before I get too far, I'm doing this a little bit out of order. So the 3 bolts for the actual bracket are right here behind that panel I just took off. Now I have to, it's going to suck a little bit, but I got to take all these little push clips, one there, there's a bunch all the way across the bottom here. And my zipper's broke so my window won't stay up, but I'm just going to have that propped up and I'm going to take all those out and that pulls this carpet up. And I'll show you what's underneath there. Alright, well it's pretty hard to film because you can't really see. I'll show once the top's off. But these little push pins, it's got them all around this whole edge and then a couple flat on the carpet in each corner. And then it's got one of these screws that holds the whole thing down, and that's just flat right here in this corner. I'll show you that. But underneath all of that is the actual bolts for the rain gutter for the top. So you can see them, they go all the way around the whole edge. They're just 10 mils. So I'm gonna zip all those out and then I'll show you what everything looks like underneath. So there was 13 10 millimeter bolts around this ring. I'm gonna take off the 3 and the 3 right there and see if this thing pops right off. Alright, so I got the soft top out. Now I can show you what I was doing. So those first 10 push clips, those were in this carpet right here, which if your window was zipped up, you would be able to get to all those easily, but my window was all in my way, that's why it sucked. So once you get those out, it reveals all these studs here. Those all have those 10 mils on them. And there's this little, get a flashlight. I think it's like a rain gutter here. because your soft top goes in between these two, and then that goes to both sides, and it drains right there. So you just got to be careful not to rip that up. I was kind of struggling to get it out because it was all stuck from being, what, 28 years old. So now that I got the old one out, I am gonna just clean a bunch of the gunk out of here and then look at putting this frame on the old one, or the new one. Throw the new one in. Alright, so reinstalling it, I unfolded it and I clipped the top two clips up front. And then I got this going back here. So the top goes in between this little rain gutter we were talking about. So right now I'm like 3/4 of the way done. You can see I'm just feeding it all in underneath. This side's out still. So I'm gonna feed all that in and then throw this one rain guard in the middle, and then there's the two metal ones on the side, and I'll get back to you. So I got all those 10 mils around the edge tightened. I just got the 3 that hold on the bracket on each side in. I'm gonna tighten those up, and then I'm gonna slide this back up and do the carpet. The person that told me how to do this said you have to take out both seats. I only took out the shotgun seat and moved this one forward and made it work the whole time. It might be a little easier if you take that seat out, but I think it works just fine. But yeah, so once I get the carpet in, I'll start putting it all back together nice. So I got all the push pins, the carpet's back on. Now I just gotta put these panels back up, put all the little bolts for that, everything opposite order of taking it all apart. So I'll get that all done right now, and I'll get this seat back thrown in. Alright, so there it is. It's all done. Everything's put back together and tidied up. Took about 3 hours start to finish. Not too bad for my first time ever doing it. I think if you know how to run a wrench, you can definitely do it yourself if you want to do it at home and save the money. If you like that video, give us a like, comment, subscribe. See you next week.
Thanks for watching. Turbo.